there will be a ramping up of the physicality that Manchester City just have to get used to from the other teams. And it's funny we haven't actually seen that much of it so far. Is this a template and nobody's calling for it?
Yeah, we have. Everyone's talking about that punch and tackle. That's him just trying to stop a counter-attack. It looks bad. But go back to Harry Kane's tackle on Sterling, it's disgusting. Go back to Alli's tackle on De Bruyne. They're dreadful. And because they're the media darlings, Harry Kane, nothing really been made of it. Go and watch them tackles. They are horrendous. Jacob Murphy as well done it to De Bruyne in the Newcastle game where he's led and stamped down. And they're the type of tackles. And I agree 100% with Pep Guardiola, because I've been in teams where you try and even it up by having a bit of physicality about it. But there's a difference between crashing into people and making career-threatening tackles. And we've seen the likes of Ashley Young. We've seen other guys now getting 3-match bans, the likes of Tarkowski at Burnley, just for little off-the-ball incidents. But there's no retrospective actions for those type of tackles that ultimately will end the player's career. I've seen it. I had young Colin Healy at Sunderland with us, who had a massive future ahead of him for Ireland. He had his leg broken in a stamp-down challenge in the game against Coventry. He never really hit the heights after that. So I agree 100% with Guardiola. The type of tackles that have gone in have been shocking against Manchester City.
OK, so, right, there has already been a campaign, you think, from...
Yeah, listen, Guardiola... Well, it's a natural thought process is that you can't take them on football. You want to enforce your physicality on them and stuff like that. But there's a fine line between that. I mean, I was quite a physical player. I was into that and I enjoyed all that. But there's a difference between that stamped-down challenge that breaks people's legs. And I've seen too much of it in the last 5 or 6 weeks against Manchester City, those tackles that I named. And listen, Harry Kane, I mean, I'm a massive fan of Harry Kane's, and he's broke this Alan Shearer record. It's incredible. But the reality is he shouldn't have had the opportunity. He should have had a 3-match ban for that tackle, because that was horrendous.
A problem with that as well, though, Gary, is that a lot of these challenges, and I think the Harry Kane one included, if I recall correctly, was just given as a yellow card. And this rule about once the action has been taken, we don't want to embarrass the referee. It's a joke, really, isn't it? It's
an absolute nonsense, because for that very reason, I never want to see the physical aspect taken out of the game. I never want it to see the way Wenger wants it to be, total football. I don't want to see that. And invariably, when you go to Arsenal, as much as the brilliant football they've seen, you get a massive reaction from the crowds when they just make tackles, those Arsenal players. So I want to protect that part of the Premier League, because it's a brilliant viewing point to see the physicality of it. But some of the tackles, as you rightly said, and that is the biggest nonsense, that retrospective action, because just because you've been booked is irrelevant. That is what the referee saw on that split moment. He decides it's a yellow. But as soon as he goes back and sees that video footage, if he'd have seen it in that context, there's no doubt he'd have done a 3-match ban straight away, and they have to address that.
Surely they can fix that. It's as easy as that, as let the referee relitigate it when he actually has a look at it.